It's week 1 of the National Football League, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway in Foxborough. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. Now the first carry here for the running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Throwing here is May. And he's got his man on the out route. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. Charles, that's a route that you and I have seen up in this booth, and that executed well and a great throw, too.
And sometimes, even if you know it's coming, the execution will trump whatever you do on the defensive side of the ball. Plus, it was a well-thrown football. A nice, healthy gain right there.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Down inside the 40.
Holding offense.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still first down.
Off the play fake. Here's May. A quick throw there is incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Here's May. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. To the air, May. That is caught. And he will have a Patriots first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Second down and 3. To throw, it's May. Pass complete there to Harrison. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Our first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Looking to throw, May. Looking middle, and that's complete. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. They'll throw with May. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So the Raiders backed up here to begin their first drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
Secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Offense.
So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give him the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there?
Yeah,
because I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
So that penalty will back them up half the distance to the goal line.
Still third down.
And they still need 6 yards here on third down after the penalty. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Barnett came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Returnable here from the 38. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Patriots take over. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 4. On play action, May. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And his kick is indeed good, and the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. Now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here's a give up the middle. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. They'll set up a throw. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on the punt. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to have the Patriots 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Back to throw. Over the middle, Harrison. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a 1st down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the Raiders' 19-yard line.
From the gun, it's May. Throw caught by Musgrave. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Luke Musgrave from 19 yards away as his guys are able to extend their lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Point after, right down the middle, and the lead grows to 10-0. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd and 6. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
In every game, we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. New England's offense set to go. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles on our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. New England trying to get a place on offense. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Holding offense.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 45-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Brian Branch from the secondary in on the tackle.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 36. 51 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. From the shotgun, May with it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Now, first and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for
Triple zone
jumping.
infraction, defense.
A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra hut,
Still first down.
that extra emphasis on it, got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Now back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Towards the middle and caught by Musgrave. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard. Maybe a touch less. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. And the Patriots are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Throwing here is May. And they're going to get back at the 9-yard line. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on 1st and goal, so a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Underneath to his tight end, Wilson. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where you see the final score there. Jamison Williams, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they were losers in that one to the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. Kenjon Barner with 3 touchdown passes in the Week 1 victory. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting L.A. Rams. Caleb Williams, 2 touchdown passes as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. The Patriots got a solid first half from their quarterback, Drake May. He was on point, throwing a touchdown pass to help his guys take the lead into the break. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now a 2nd and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Now they'll bring 4 receivers into the fold here. It's 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. He's been terrific so far. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Patriots offense and Drake May headed back onto the field. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. To throw, it's May. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback, and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the shotgun, it's May. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
2nd and 5 at the 6-yard line.
Looking to throw. May. And it'll be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. But now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the first down before taking the hit.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. A handoff as they run the counter play. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. From the 46, here's the 2nd down and 9. Looking to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him.
Under pressure, they got him again. Keion White in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. I don't know what else else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Patriots offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. And the tight end goes in motion left. They'll throw with May. Over the middle, it's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. We get set for the 4th quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. To the air, May. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Patriots 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise,
it got his man complete. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A big play there. 50 yards. And the Patriots are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Raiders offense coming back out onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it's 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pitch and catch to Wilson, and he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. Back to throw here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 9 from the 44. He'll drop to throw. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Well, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Here's May. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
70 yards rushing for him now to this point. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This time it's 3rd and 3. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Offside, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark
Still
off the 5, and keep it moving.
So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. He'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. That's going to be caught by Harrison for a Patriots touchdown. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Patriots are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Underneath to his tight end, Wilson. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 40. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This one finds Wilson downfield. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Going right back to Wilson. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
This is caught. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So 4th quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is secured by the Patriots. Oh, able to avoid him. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So the Raiders now down by 12. 1:45 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And the Patriots are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again, well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they'll indeed take a knee. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. And just how they envisioned the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice it starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for New England, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves